One thing that I see now popping up in your Twitter is this toll receptor.
Yeah. I call it a 007 receptor. Because, it's easy to fall into this is sexy, this 007 receptor. That's the thing. But this toll receptor, I call it 007. It is a way of shutting down your immune system. If you're a male and you are fighting age, okay, I can create a nanoparticle that looks a lot like a real particle that shuts your immune system down to recognizing coronavirus. Mm-hmm. And so what happens is you get sick like everybody else does, and everyone else just gets a cold. But since you don't understand and you don't develop a specific response for that, your body goes into cytokine storm and you overreact, and then you die.
From your
heart attack.
From your own immune response.
Your own immune system. Or you end up creating a lot of scar tissue from a lot of non-specific general reactions called macrophages, where your body just kind of throws everything but the kitchen sink at it, but not the right thing.
Yeah.
Sort of like shooting like this.
Yeah, blind man.
Shooting. Yeah. You use a lot more ammo and you hit the target a lot less, and that takes energy. And this is now been proven. Also, in the same research, that lupus, the thing, is also toll receptor 7. Oh, now we're finding malaria.
Yeah,
receptor 7.
And Lyme disease.
Lyme disease,
which is
receptor
interesting
7.
From our perspective, because when I was a kid, I heard that Nazis brought Lyme to Slovenia. That's the story that I heard.
I know you're a victim of
I had Lyme disease.
And if you look at Lyme disease, it's a lot like chronic fatigue syndrome.
Yeah.
Toll receptor 7. Congo Crimea hemorrhagic fever, toll receptor 7. Marburg disease, toll receptor 7. All these Nazi things, right? Ebola, receptor 7. HIV, toll receptor 7. So there's a lot of work I'm doing on that, and we found another Benassi. You're not going to believe this one. We found another Benassi, Enrico, working in an old bioweapons lab in Russia called Novosibirsk, which is so far out in Siberia you can't believe it. He's an Italian guy. What Italian guy with a Ferrari is going to go out to Novosibirsk? That's where they created the Russian bioweapons, anthrax, and all these viruses. He is working on nanoparticles to shut down toll receptor 7. And
So we can almost say, is what you're saying, all main diseases of today are manufactured? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that there is a certain set of ones that came out of the old Marburg German bioweapons program that all targeted toll receptor 7, and the reason is it simplifies your design. Okay, what our innate immune response, the first thing your body does, knee-jerk reaction, is called the innate, and that is the ones that go all the way back to insects that we share. So you can target stuff actually doing pesticides. The same research Monsanto does for pesticides, you now can bring over and target toll receptor 7 because we share that with insects. Then when you get into the adaptive immunity, the stuff that takes weeks to develop, that's where we separate, from the insects. So all the old bioweapons targeted these things we share with insects.
Because they can then do the experiments with insect and will also infect human.
And then you can work your way all the way through all the mammals. You can bats, and you can do mice, and all the way to monkeys, and then to humans.
A name that pops up in your Twitter a lot is Heinz Feldman.
Heinz Feldman has spent his whole career working on 007, on toll receptor 7, on everything I just mentioned. And he is involved with 3 lab leaks. The lab that leaked out of Winnipeg, Canada, and where was all the stuff leaking from? 7 different trips by somebody who worked for him. Mm-hmm. To where? Wuhan. Mm-hmm. Okay. Who's the first person who took a picture of coronavirus? Rocky Mountain Lab in Montana. Who's there? Heinz Feldman. And somebody who worked for the Erasmus Labs took the first picture. Okay, where's the other lab he worked at? I went to the Marburg lab on this trip and talked to somebody who worked with him
Germany, right?
in Germany. And we talked about Ebola viruses, and I just confirmed everything that I had thought. And she said, yes, that's exactly what we're working on. So now, there would be no way that there could possibly be a NATO general with the same exact name, Heinz Feldman, in the Azovstal bunker, because that would just be too creepy. It'd be like he was the guy who was the field guy administrating the stuff that Heinz was working on back in the lab. There just might be a Heinz Feldman in the Azovstal lab. We don't know yet.